Hello, everybody. Today I'm back with another 2024 presidential election prediction. In this prediction, I will be including the people who could be potential vice presidential nominees for the respective parties in 2024. And obviously, these are the respective nominees as well who could possibly be, and very well possibly be, the nominees of the party. So for the Republicans, we'll have Donald Trump versus, Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis versus Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg. Both of these people, all four of these people have the potential to be presidential and vice presidential nominees within their parties, and that's why I'll include them. And Harris will be at the front of the ticket, obviously be succeeding Biden, and Trump obviously ahead of DeSantis as he was the former president and would most likely win the nomination even against DeSantis. So anyway, let's get to the safe Democrat states with Harris and Buttigieg. It's usually going to be the usual Democrat states. I'll even put Colorado in there for Buttigieg. I think he could help increase turnout, and I think Buttigieg will do very good up the East Coast for the ticket, especially this northeastern area. I do see Buttigieg having a significant advantage. For the Republicans, Trump, DeSantis, and by the way, I think that all of these candidates, Trump, DeSantis, and Buttigieg, are both very strong vice presidential candidates to have on the ticket for Trump and then for Harris each. I'm going to put Nebraska, obviously, aside from the 2nd Congressional District, and I'm going to put Iowa and Ohio as safe for Trump and DeSantis as they have been trending in that direction. And I believe they will continue to trend in that direction with DeSantis and Trump, both very strong appeal in the Rust Belt. DeSantis obviously does have the Southern appeal. Trump has a Southern appeal, but both of them very strong in the Rust Belt, and I see them performing very well in comparison to Buttigieg and Harris, who are more Northeastern, West Coast type of people, and slightly does have the Southern appeal as well. Anyway, for likely Democrat states, that'll be New Mexico. That will be Virginia. That will be Maine at large. And I'm going to include New Hampshire as a likely Democrat state with Buttigieg on the ticket. I see it very likely them carrying that by a significant margin. Likely Republican states, I see Florida going as a likely Republican state, just with DeSantis. DeSantis very popular in Florida. Trump increased support in Florida. It could go above the 5% margin as Florida trends to the right, especially with Trump continuing to remain on the ticket in Florida. That will help him out. And that's it for the likely states. Let's get to lean Democrat states. First, lean Democrat states, Nevada. Nevada will remain lean Democrat. It has a slightly higher proportion of Democrats to Republicans, as I say in every video. And I think that, Harris, obviously Nevada, bordering California, Harris still has a strong appeal there with the Biden name on her. And they'll win Nevada. I think Buttigieg could help, and Harris also gain Minnesota, which will go to the likely margin as a likely margin for Harris, but none of the other Rust Belt states. Minnesota obviously trending to the right, but not as quickly as Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, which are significantly trending to the right at a much more increased rate than Minnesota, although Minnesota is still trending. Actually, I'm also going to include Nebraska second. I think that Buttigieg will very help with the suburban women. Although DeSantis does have that appeal, I still see Nebraska second going as a lean margin to the Democrats. For lean Republican, I see Texas and North Carolina both being lean Republican states. Texas holding on for the Republican category. It has had a shift back to the Republican side, and Trump did not lose it. Trump won it technically by a likely margin in 2024. Excuse me, not in 2024, in 2020. It is shifting more and more to the left, or to the Democrats, whatever you want to call it. But Texas will remain at least lean, possibly going to Trump by 2 to 3 points. Anyway, that's all of the lean states for each candidate. Let's start with tilt Democrat. I see Georgia being a tilt Democrat state, black support up with Harris, and I see Harris winning Georgia. Same with Arizona, both by smaller margins tilting. I don't see Georgia going to Harris by suddenly 3 or 4 points down the road. If that shift is that extreme, then Texas will be much closer, and I just don't see that happening as quickly. Georgia did change quickly, but I just don't see it happening. Or I think that the exponential rate is slowly, slowing down. but we'll see what happens. But I still see, obviously, Georgia, I think, will go to the Democrats, in Arizona by tilt margins, just not as much as what people would expect. Also, I forgot, as a lean margin, Maine second will go as a lean margin. Tilt Republican will be Wisconsin. Pennsylvania will tilt to the Republicans. Wisconsin, I'm actually going to put Wisconsin as a lean state. Wisconsin's been trending much more to the Republicans. Biden only won it by 0.5%. Trump won it by 0.7 in 2016. Obama won it by 7% in about 2012. So it has had a drastic shift to the right, and I think it will go by a lean margin in 2024, especially if it's a Trump-DeSantis ticket. And on top of that, I'll give Michigan to Trump and DeSantis, continuing that Rust Belt trend and flipping those Rust Belt states back to the Republicans as they went from Republican back to Democrat, back to Republican in 2024, and that giving them the presidency in 2024. Trump DeSantis beating Harris Buttigieg in a very close election, as all of my election predictions have been very close. I don't do that just because you want it to be interesting election prediction, or you want it to be close. I do that just because it's a reasonable prediction. I believe this is what will happen. I'm not, changing it based on anything. This is exactly what I think will happen. I guess it's due to polarizations and all that. But 279, 259, a very close election. Anyway, if you guys disagree with any of the state calls, please make sure to subscribe. Excuse me. Please make sure to comment in the comment section below. Also subscribe. We're getting so close to 100 subscribers. We're at 91. I was thinking about doing something big for 100. I may do a try video with a 2024 presidential election prediction between, in my mind, the two people who have the best chance at the nomination at the moment. That looks like Trump and Harris, or Trump and Biden, possibly DeSantis. And also in the video, 2022 Senate election prediction and a 2022 governor election prediction, all combined into one for 100 subscribers. That'll be awesome. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. We're at 91. We just need 9 more people to subscribe, and we will be there. So go ahead, make sure to subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below if you disagree with any of the state calls, and I will do my best to get back to you. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day, and I look forward to making more videos in the future. Thank you very much.